and today we are talking about whom to list your property with and what a difference it can make to pick the right agent. Thanks for watching my channel. Again, this is Mike Schaefer with Stellar Love Real Estate from the Villages. If you are thinking about listing your home, it comes to the following points. Experience, whom are you going with? It talks about exposure, how many people will be able to see your listing. It comes, of course, to the price for how much are you going to pay for that, and is the agent willing to talk with you and negotiate. It comes down to follow-up. How are you going to be reported? What's going on right now? How many people have seen your property? It comes down, of course, to trust. Whom are you trusting with your most valuable asset? And of course it comes down to speed. How long is it going to take till your property is listed? And it comes down to CYA. Cover your butt is something we really need to talk about it, because something could go wrong. If this is something you're interested in, any of these points, please stay on and I will go into all of these lists in detail for you so that you can make a wise decision whom you will list your property with. When you list your house with someone, the most important point for you should be how many people can really or will be able to see your property. If you decide to list your home with a Villages agent, only a small team of agents will be able to sell your home, see your home, and of course it will be on their app. Yes, of course, sometimes they also regularly advertise it in the newspaper, but for this purpose of this video we neglect it because it's a local newspaper and not too many people see this advertising. Going further, of course, the Villages do not reveal how many people visit their sites or their app at any given day, but on Zillow you get a pretty good idea, because Zillow tells you they have 250 million unique views every month. Emphasis on unique. This means this boils down to about 8.3 million views, visitors per day. Put that in perspective to the Villages where you don't have a number and only 350 agents. I think you get where I'm going. Although there is no 100% verified number how many agents are working for the Villages, the latest number I could come up was about 350 agents. Let's put that in perspective when you go on Zillow and check that there are roughly about 4,500 MLS agents working in the same area. It gets even better because we are Zillow Premier Agent. Look at these daily shots that we are getting from Zillow, where you see how many people have looked at your property and how many people have saved it. The higher this number, the more exposure we had, the better it is that we are selling it quickly. Of course, also we cannot convince everybody to come down to the price that is the market right now. So you can see the difference. If we have a higher priced home, you can see how many people are here now and only looking at this property at any given day and how many save it. You as our customer will get a copy of this every day. It's one click for me and I'll forward it to you so you can really see, are we on top of everything? Do we need to make adjustment? You only get this from an MLS agent. Well, now let's talk about experience. I'm in this industry since over 40 years and I have done pretty much everything that has to do with real estate. Building, renting, managing, I've done it all. You cannot get the 40-year experience from a 20-year-old agent. If you compare this job with any other job, would you actually even think about giving an electrician job to an unexperienced guy or a plumber job? No, you wouldn't, probably. You get my point. Look for experienced agents. Let's talk about follow-up and updates about what's going on. Would you be surprised if I tell you that on average it takes about 60 to 100 hours to sell a home? I have made a special video that is here with the link where you can get more information about that. But let me just emphasize this. I will send you an app where you can follow up on everything that happens on any given day with your property. Did we have open houses? How many people? Did we advertise this? Did anyone request a showing? Did we put for sale sign? Did we order anything? You will see everything. Remember, if you just order a pizza on Domino's, you get an update where your pizza is at any given time. Why aren't you getting these same updates where what's going on with your most valuable assets? With an MLS agent, especially with us, you get this. And now let's talk about prices, like let's say commission. Of course, we're not working for free. We cannot work for free, but prices with an MLS agent are always negotiable. This means in order to get your listing, we might negotiate a better deal for you. Compared to a VLS agent, it's always 5%. No matter what, they will kill the deal. If you don't agree to that, that's no problem for them. With us, we are definitely working with you. And now a very important topic. We are working with you in a single agent relationship. This means we are literally working for you, not just working with you. As a single agent, we have a fiduciary for you. We owe you loyalty, confidentiality, obedience, full disclosure with everything that's going on, accounting, skill care, and diligence. Only single agents do that. If you're coming from any other state, 33 states in America do have single agent as their standard policy. And you might be thinking, okay, we are getting the same over here. But in Florida, 90% of all agents are working as a transaction broker, where they really, as a transaction broker, they do not owe you true loyalty and advocacy. They have limited confidentiality. Yes, they do, of course, have skill, care, and diligence. They should be talking to you honestly and fair, and presenting all offer. But working as with a single agent has much more fiduciary and financial obligation, and we are definitely putting you first. Of course, villagers are never working as a single agent for you because they are working for the developer. And did you know that a villages agent gets a higher commission / bonus if they sell new homes compared to your secondary market home? Guess what happens if they have a buyer who is looking at your home, likes it, and then they show them a new home, because of course they're getting more money. They will show them a new home, and that's their job to do. If both come to fruition and they think, okay, both one would work, guess what probably will happen? I think you get the point. The topic we need to talk about is speed. How long it's going to take to get your house up and running in the MLS. The only thing we usually wait for is the photographer to take these professional pictures. Once they are in, we can get your listing live. Usually takes no longer than a week with everything considered. An MLS agent is quick. A VLS agent, on the opposite, takes about at least 3 to 4 weeks because they have to go through their system. I mean, if speed is not the most important thing, if this works for you, this shouldn't be a deterrent, but speed usually for most people, once they file a decision, is an important factor. And well, now let's talk about trust. Every agent would tell you, oh yes, you can trust me, I'm good, I do this for a long time, don't worry about it. Don't take their word for it. Don't work with an agent that you feel obligated because you know him or because you are related to him. Do your due diligence and check out who is really working on your best behalf. Sally Agent was nominated a couple of years in a row as the most trusted agency in the villages. Hey, please don't take my word for it. Go Google it and you will find out I'm telling you the truth. Whoever you are handing such an valuable asset, you should make sure you're talking to someone that you can truly trust. Well, the last point we need to talk about is CYA. Yes, cover your butt is something that we also need to talk about, because if where people work, mistakes happen. If something like whatever happens, I mean, it's just something where you say, okay, you have suffered damages, whatever, financially, whatever. It is always a good idea to work with an MLS agent, because we have an agency behind called the National Association of Realtor, and they are in 95% of all cases always deciding on behalf of the customer. Compare this to a developer who really says, I need to sell new homes. I think you get where I'm going. I hope by now you understand what is important to look at if you work with an agent who should list your home. I hope you decide for Sally Love Real Estate. I hope you decide for me, and I'm looking forward to see and hear from you soon. Again, this was Mike Schaefer, Sally Love Real Estate from the Villages. I hope you like it. Please subscribe to my channel and leave a like.